Good evening and welcome. I'm glad you're on time, well within time, I must say. Uh, okay, can we just wait for just under 2-3 minutes before I really commence? Thanks for your patience and please hold on. Yes, good evening. Welcome. And I'm going to start. Let me tell you very clearly, I'll start. Even if there is one or two, doesn't matter. What I need to do is to convey effectively to the students who have logged in on time or well within time for the session. Let's not worry about the number. Numbers shouldn't affect us. What is more important is quality, as I always keep mentioning. So welcome all of you once again to the Friday's class of Ekcel Academy. And so we are here to carry on through yet another session. I'm your facilitator from Ekcel Academy, Mrs. Meenala Satyamurthy, yet again with you to embark on this journey just before your exams. And now, yes, happy evening. Very good. Happy evening, happy Friday evening, and a very happy moment with a positive note. Let's start with a bang. And here we go. Yes. Yes, I hope you remember that I was trying to teach you the business, that is the vocabulary. And I was absolutely telling you very clearly and very specifically that I'm aiming this at your exams. With that purview in my mind, with that vision, yes, the students are going to take up the exam. Let me not waste the precious time by dilly-dallying on other words which may not be so useful. I stuck on to the business vocabulary or the business phrasal verbs. And so I have come here. The word estimate. Now, this estimate, it refers to a general idea about the value, the size of something based on a rough calculation. It can be used as a verb also, and it can be used as a noun too. The finance team is requesting estimates from several information technology companies to get an idea of the project's cost. Yes, estimate whenever you start a new project. You know, the metro coming up in various cities of India. They would definitely ask for an estimate and then move ahead. A simple construction of even one room would definitely require an estimate for the owner in order to proceed further. So this is estimate. Now, let's move on. Equipment. Now, this term equipment is used to talk about a tool of devices you need for a special purpose. Now, if you talk about science, you will require equipment like the instruments, the microscope, or whatever it is. Now, if you talk about where in commerce, it may include cabinets, it may include photocopiers, and says, my manager thinks we should sell off the unused office equipment to create more space. And you have seen how companies refurbish, trying to change the equipment that they have, bringing in new equipment. So the new things create a new ambience and then gives a sort of freshness to all the employees around so that they can work in a better environment. Change is always important. I've been always telling change is growth, change is progress, changes welcome. Now, branch. The branch refers to the local office or shop of a company. A bank will be opening many new branches in smaller cities next year. Yesterday, I had spoken about this word, but that was branch out. When we say the company took up not only formal clothing, but also casual wear. So that is branching out for another new product in the same company. Here, they're opening a new branch itself. It may be in the city, in the locality A, it moves on to locality B based on the population size and the area size. So that is a new branch there itself. Dress code. Dress code is one of the most important factors that everyone has to adhere to. We worry and wonder why dress code should be insisted upon. Let me tell you, the dignity and the decorum with which we carry ourselves speaks volumes of our character. Be it an office, be it a school, a college, or any kind of institution. Dress code, because refers to a set of company rules about what dress should be worn, what should not be worn. So by the way, if you want to do business internationally, it's definitely a good idea to do some research about the dress code, both for business and for informal situations. You ought to know where you have to wear it, for the country you are in. It may be very formal or strict compared to your home country, and sometimes the rules may surprise you. It's also a good idea to check out what business looks like in other countries, as well as clothing tips of situations in all countries in all over the world. Our company has a strict dress code that requires all customer office wear staff to wear a suit. When we were in the teaching line, rather when I was teaching at school and college, we were required to wear on saris only, and the men with tie. It was compulsory that jeans were not allowed. You see how it has an impact on the audience. Whether you like it or not, it is imbibed in our systems. So that itself creates an impression. First impression is the best impression. So as you enter smartly with that dress code, you see how things change. Man is made half by tailor, half by God. What my mother would say in those days, it's so true. That itself enhances our arguments, the beauty of the person. Now, guarantee. The verb guarantee means to make an assurance, usually in written form, for the quality of the product or your service. The noun guarantee does the assurance itself. If it's a physical document, that document is often called a warranty. Now, sample sentence. Don't worry, all our products come with a guarantee against major defects. Your refrigerator, whether you take your laptop, whether you take your scanner, all come with a 5-year guarantee at times. Market research. Now, this may be there in your business your studies or whatever book subject that you are studying onto. It refers to research you do in order to collect information about what your customers need or prefer in a certain product or service. Only then your product or service will be useful, be it in the field of education, in the field of products, in the field of textiles. You need to do market research. Now, authorization. Excuse me. The verb noun authorization, it comes from the verb to authorize, which means you give the legal authority and for the approval itself. Your manager is out on station, and so he authorizes you to do this work on behalf of him. Have you seen that when checks have to be signed, not only one, sometimes even it's a joint account authorizing the next person to take up in case person A is not there. So authorization. Now, a manager's authorization is required for refunds over $500. Certain petty amount, no issues. But beyond a certain amount, authorization is really important. Now, penalty. Penalty is another word that is very formal, refers to an official punishment. Punish is something very informal too. A child does a mistake, the mother punishes the child. You cannot use the word penalty then. But when you are answering in your papers, when you are answering an answer, because you are considered into more of the legal aspects or the legality of the firm or whatever it is, then it becomes what is known as penalty. So penalty refers to an official punishment, usually through a payment or something or for breaking a contract. If you don't pay your suppliers on time, there will be a penalty of 15%. We have seen in the banks, we have seen when we paid the fees, we have seen in so many cases. So penalty, remember to use the word official punishment. Headquarters is where the head office is located or managed. Now, headquarters is located. Headquarters referred to. It can be used as a singular noun or as a plural one. Whatever it is, then the verb changes. Now, here what has happened? Headquarters refers to. So, though it ends in s, its singular verb is used. So we can use either this or that. Apple's new headquarters in Silicon Valley costs around $5 billion. So that is the way. Commercial. Commercial is something that you might be literally studying and walloping every day. The noun commercial refers to a paid advertisement on radio or TV. A marketing department has a brilliant idea for a next Super Bowl commercial. Ideas for commercial is really creative, and that when it comes into effect, the product or the company goes leaps and bounds to do well. So commercial has a great value, has a great impact. So it is something very, very important. Okay, let me share the next one. So this is what I did about just vocabulary. Now let me go to the next part of what I have for today. Yes, let me do this. Let's have lunch on Thursday, which is equal to let's dash on Thursday. Do lunch, eat lunch. What would be the answer? Expecting you to send your answers through chat. Let's eat lunch. Any other answer? Let's have lunch on Thursday. So it just does mean to say, let's meet for lunch or let's eat at lunchtime or let's eat lunch. Okay. Generally speaking, a good manager dash a smooth production process, ensures, makes sure, is sure. Ensures, yes, correct. Next one. Good management skills are dash to maintaining a smooth work flow. Yes. Critic, criticized, critical. What could be the answer? Critical. Yes, correct. I was dashed with my other task to finish the report. Very busy, too busy, excessively busy. I was too busy to with my other task to finish the report. Okay. I'd like to have that by dash Friday. End of the day, ending, end of day, the end of Friday. Yes, any answer? Yeah, by the end of Friday. See, yes. I'm happy to inform you that we have reached another dash with the successful completion of user testing. Milestone, mile, marker. A, milestone. Yes, correct. After you visualize and plan a project, you have to dash it. Implement, imply, implode. Implement. Yes, correct. In the modern business world, assigning multiple resources to a single activity means spending lots of money to do a task, getting one person to do a task, getting two or more people to do a task, assigning multiple resources. C, yes, correct. We need someone who knows how to use offline advertising to dash online sales, to get online sales, to gain online sales, to get online sales. Yes, these issues, A, gain online sales, no, get online sales. These issues could dash the completion of this project. Jeopardy, jeopardize, danger. These issues, B, yes, correct. These issues could jeopardize the completion of this project. Very good. So this is another light one in between. Yeah. So let's move on to the next one that I have for you. Yes, all of us are aware about articles. So I hope you know articles are, we always tend to forget articles. Now, even before that, let me just use my whiteboard to show you something, rather to write and tell you. This a and the, sorry, are called articles. Now, they are very, very important because of the fact that they hold a lot of meaning to the sentence. A and are used for singular countable nouns, that which you could count. And remember, A and an are used for singular countable nouns. A is used with those words which have, which begin with a consonant sound. You must be wondering why I'm using the word sound. When you're in the lower class, you're always taught An is used for those words beginning with a vowel sound. Vowel sound. A-E-I-O-U. That is how it is taught. A-E-I-O-U. So all of us know anything beginning with these, you write an. Anything beginning apart from these five, you write a. It does not hold good always. English grammar has exceptions to its credit. And as adults, right now, we are at that level of maturity to understand the fact that it is something called vowel sound, consonant sound. In the lower class, we can't teach children. So we just give these words, yeah, alphabet or egg and orange. I hope you remember ice cream. These were the common ones. Now, let me give one or two examples to show why I use this. For example, the word honest, the word are, the word honorable, sorry. In all this, H is silent. H, no, H is silent. Now, when H is silent, the next letter that we are pronouncing is O. And that we give the sound of a vowel. Honest, R, honorable, honesty. So it begins with a vowel sound. Therefore, though it begins with a consonant letter, since it gives the vowel sound, we use an. Gandhiji was an honest man. He is an honorable man. It's an R since I left the house. So an. Now, you have words like university. Sorry, this typo errors occur. Please excuse me. European. Okay. Useful. All begin with vowel. Now, if we apply this rule that you have been taught in your lower classes, saying that, oh, you, come on, write an. No. Though it begins with a vowel, the sound produced is that of a consonant. University, you. European, useful, and therefore we use a. The cow is a useful animal. The buffalo is a useful animal. I went to a university in India. I met a European yesterday. So remember very clearly that we use an there and here we use a. So that is the most important thing. This exceptions you should be aware of. Now, when it comes, and then all are indefinite. I just say any cow is a useful animal. I met a European. I went to a university. It's all indefinite. So that's why we say singular countable nouns. Now, when it comes into the is always a definite article. When we say definite, we are sure of it. As I told you, before superlatives, we pronounce it as the, and otherwise we say the. So I want the book on the table. I want the small flask on the table. I want the mouse which is with you. So remember, when you're sure about it, we use the. And when we say people from India are called Indians, the Indians. But when we speak about a language, it becomes a little different. I speak the English. No, I speak in English. That's all. I speak the English. I speak the Chinese. No. But Indians, the Britishers, the Indians, the Chinese. So it depends on where it comes. So remember very carefully, the is a definite article. We do not use it before proper nouns. But again, I told you, exceptions means English. The United States of America, the United Kingdom, the United Socialist, so USSR. So we use all the there, though it is a proper noun because it's one big group. So we say the, but the India is my country. The New Delhi is the capital. No, New Delhi is the capital. So now let's do the exercise. And please do not omit articles while writing the answer. because omitting an article in your answer sheet will cost you heavily. The meaning itself changes, or there's no meaning at all to that sentence. So wherever possible, see to it that you use the right article. The Mr. Sharma asked me to contact dummy. No. Mr. Sharma asked me to contact him. That's all. You're very sure of Mr. Sharma, everything. The Mr. Sharma is not needed. Please be cautious, but please remember usage of articles for your business letter or correspondence or informal, formal letters, whatever you're going to write is mandatory. Be it in any answer for that matter, it is mandatory. Articles is a must. It just gives a whole get up to the whole sentence. Now, if I wear a red color sari, but if I wear a purple color blouse, you'll say, wow, and close your eyes. So it's like that without articles. It's absolutely as simple as how you make rasam or food without salt. Please do not have any kind of inhibitions. You can clarify your doubts, but remember, you have to use articles. So with that small introduction of articles, I thought I could give you this exercise and you could do it. Okay. Yes. Fill in the blank with the appropriate article, a, an, or the. I'll leave the space blank if no article is needed. I want dash apple from that basket. Keep your fingers on the keyboard and start. Quick, come on, fast. Come on, friends. All seem to be so quiet. An apple. Yes, good. Next one, dash church. Dash church on the corner is progressive. The church, correct. Miss Lin speaks dash Chinese. No article. Very good. Keep it up. I borrowed dash pencil from your pile of pencils and pens. I borrowed a pencil. Very good. One of the students said, dash professor is late today. Waiting. The professor. Very good. Ellie likes to play dash volleyball. No, volleyball is very sure. It's a game. Ellie likes to play volleyball. I bought dash umbrella to go out in the rain. And very good. My daughter is learning to play dash violin at her school. Come on. My daughter is learning to play violin at school. Yes. Please, no article. Please give me dash cake that is on the counter. Please give me dash cake that is on the counter. The cake, yes, very good. I lived on dash Main Street when I first came to town. I lived on a main street. I lived on the main street when I first came to town. Albany is the capital of dash New York State. Yes, quick. Of the New York State. Dash app. My husband's family speaks dash Polish. No article. Very good. No article. Yes, correct. Dash a apple a day keeps the doctor away. And correct. Dash ink in my pen is red. The ink. Fantastic. Yes, super duper. Our neighbors have dash cat and dash dog. Our neighbors have a cat, k, k, a cat and a dog. Both are a there. So our neighbors have a cat and a dog. Yes, correct. So good. That means to say you have understood. I'm glad. I'm really glad. Quite thrilled about it. Now, here's some articles error. Of course, it is the ESL English language speaking worksheets. These are. So let me just show it to you. Yes, can you do the third one? It isn't necessary for Amanda to pay because she's dash member of dash club. Yes, the answer. She's the member of the club. She's a member of the club. Yes, correct. It's interesting to watch dash news on dash TV. It's interesting to watch the news on TV. Dash only problem here is dash weather. The news on a TV, no. No. The news on the TV, the is at least is okay, not a. Yes. The only problem here is the weather. The weather. I like dash song. It will be dash hit. I like the song. It will be a hit. Correct. Yes. I need dash time to think about dash offer you made me. Yes. Good. I'm waiting for those popping ups. I need time to think about the offer. I need a time. No, sorry. Time is something which you cannot count. So you remember A is used for singular countable nouns. Now time is a noun, but that's something which you cannot count. So we never use A there. I need time to think about the. Yes, correct. Next, eighth one. Dash recipe for success is dash hard work. I almost gave a clue. Pop out, quick. Just like the popcorn's popping out, you know, when you put it in the pressure cooker, your answers must pop out like that. Yeah. No, the recipe for success is hard. Very good. The recipe for success is hard work. The recipe for the success, no. The recipe for success is hard work. That's all. Dash most cars start badly on dash cold mornings. No articles. Fantastic. Super duper. Keep it up. Yes. 10th one. Dash philosophers seem to think that dash life is dash mystery. It's so difficult to read with the answer just, you know, on the tip of your tongue and trying to hold it. I can't tell you. Yes, the philosophers seem to think that life is a mystery. Life is a mystery. Correct. Very good. What's dash use of taking medicine for dash cold? Okay. What's the use of taking medicine for cold? Is dash happiness of dash majority more important than dash rights of dash individual? Think and give the answer, no problem. Is dash happiness of dash majority more important than dash rights of dash individuals? Majority rights of an individual. Yes, correct. Is happiness of the majority more important than the rights of an individual? Yes. Yes, correct. Thank you so much. Now we shall go on to the next one, and that is really, is happiness of the majority more important than the rights of an individual? Fantastic. Correct. Super duper. Yes, correct. Now with the articles, we have the one more. I have got an exercise on spelling too. So now I shall move on to apostrophe. Remember, we were supposed to do this. When do we apply? When do we use apostrophe? To do that, yes, I have to use the whiteboard again. Apostrophe is mainly used in 3 to 4 places. The very first time that the apostrophe is used to form possessive nouns. For example, you say Mina's book. You say James' dog. James' dog. So, or you can even say dog's bone. The bone belongs to the dog. The book belongs to Mina. It is James' dog, you can say. But I say no, English grammar, when you have like this, hers, yours, ours, then his, and theirs. You do not add any kind of apostrophe here. So please be careful. Hers, yours, though it ends with S, that H-E-R-S, Y-O-U-R-S, then O-U-R-S, T-H-E-I-R-S. So you still do not add an apostrophe. Now, where is the next place that you use to show omission? To show omission, you use apostrophe. What do you mean by the fact that you show omission? For example, hail. Now, can't. And then you say will. Then you also say that you are. You also say they are. So when you want to show omission, you always use like this. It means it is. This omission indicates that there is a letter missing. We always write 4 apostrophe o'clock. 4 o'clock, we say it's 4 by the clock. What's the time? By your watch. Don't ask anything else. What's the time? By your watch. So whenever you want to show omission, you use apostrophe. Now, where is the next place that you are going to use apostrophe? And that is the third one. Now, that is where, when already it is in plural, indicates plural, sorry. Plurals of letters, numbers, and symbols. Sorry. you use apostrophe. For example, if I want to say, this is the men's toilet. Man, plural of man is men. So you add an apostrophe and then add S. So that is where it becomes important. Suppose the noun is already in plural. Girls' toilet. It comes after S. Boys after S. Boys' toilet. So remember, after S, you put the apostrophe. So this is very important to know that apostrophe. So every time, don't keep on using the apostrophe. This is one thing as an English teacher, I have observed everywhere, people just love to put the apostrophe. Ting, 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 they go on putting. No, 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 no. You're not going to do that. Remember, if it's already in plural. So now we say Teacher's Day. It's not one teacher that we are celebrating Teacher's Day. It's for the entire community of teachers. The plural of teacher is teachers. So after yes, you add the apostrophe. So Teacher's Day. So when it is plural already, after that you add. Now, for example, when you say Children's Day, Children's Day. Child, children, it's already in plural. So apostrophe and then. But in teacher, what happens? You have to add yes to make it plural. So after yes, you add. And then to form possessive. Mina's book, Joy's book, Tom's book, all this. But when you want to show omission, and these are all called contractions, you have to say can't, didn't, haven't. Okay, please don't say, please don't read didn't as did not when it is with a contraction. For example, I've used the one example as can't. Read it as can't only. Don't expand it and read it as cannot. It's not correct. So please learn to pronounce it in the way it is. So if you go to the US and they'll say can't. So now let me be very clear. You use what you're using. As far as possible, let's try to see to it that we maintain, at least to a certain extent, the most appropriate pronunciation, if not exact. Remember, it's not our mother tongue. So definitely our mother tongue will have an influence on the language. Do not get worried. Once you master, then you can listen to so many videos, audios, and improvise. But all these are tiny mini rules where you remember when contractions are there, can't, didn't, haven't, hadn't, isn't. Read it like that only. So don't write is not when it is not in contraction. So please be careful. So possessives and showing omission and indicate plurals of letters, numbers, and symbols. This is where we use apostrophe. Now let's get completely refreshed to do an exercise on apostrophe, because this, I tell you, people love apostrophes and they put it everywhere and anywhere they want to. Do not do it. Let's start. Oh, no, sorry. Yes, friends. Punctuate the following sentences with apostrophes according to the rules for using the apostrophe. Who is the party's candidate for vice president this year? Just please write the word and the apostrophe. Who's correct? Yes. Parties, correct. Very good. The fox had its right foreleg caught securely in the trap's jaws. Trap's jaw. Very good. Very good. Our neighbor's car is an old Chrysler, and I told him the other day that it's just about to fall apart. Traps, correct. Neighbor's car, yes, correct. Yes. Old Chrysler, and I told him the other day that it's just about to fall apart. Any more there in the third one? Yes, it is just about to fall apart. Correct, correct. Now, fourth one. In 3 weeks' time, we'll have to begin school again. We'll have to begin school again. Yes, come on. Weeks. Yes, I told you 3 weeks' time. So 3 weeks. So where will the apostrophe be put? This is for one single week you're talking. I'm saying 3 weeks, plural. So where, after, yes, very good. After, yes, correct. 3 weeks' time, we'll have to begin school again. One more. Yes, correct. One more is there in that sentence. One more is there in that sentence for apostrophe. Very good. Very good. I'm so glad. I tell you, I wish I could see all of you and give you a big round of applause. So well you're doing. Fantastic, really. Didn't you hear that they're leaving tomorrow? Yes, correct. Didn't. Now you have didn't hear. Please don't read as did not you hear. You just say they are. Yes, correct. Correct. Didn't you hear? They're leaving tomorrow. Both at did and they are. There. Yes, correct. Sixth one. Whenever I think of the stories I read as a child, I remember Cinderella's glass slipper and Snow White's wicked stepmother. Cinderella's glass slipper and Snow White's. Fantastic. Absolutely perfect. We claimed that the picnic table was ours, but the Jones children looked so upset, disappointed that we found another spot. Anywhere? Come on. Jones children. No, with ours, I told you, you will never get. I said it's an exception, though it ends with OURS. Do not add apostrophe at all, I said. Ours, theirs, his. Please do not add. Where else will it come here? Seventh one. Seventh one, where else will it come? Jones after yes. Jones after S. His name is Jones. After S it comes. So suppose the plural ends with S. Like I said, book, books, a teacher, teachers, then after S. Here the name itself is ending with S. So naturally it should come after S, especially for proper nouns. Be careful. Don't put it before. Now, eighth one. It's important that the kitten learns to find its way home. Yes, it is important. Correct. It is important that the kitten learns to find its way home. Ninth one. Its way home. It is way home it becomes. No. It is important that the kitten learns to find it is way home it becomes if you put apostrophe. Its own way home. So it has to be without an apostrophe. I hope you're getting it. Its way home, correct. It's without an error. Google type error, ma'am. Okay, sorry. Let's excuse Google. Okay, next one. She did not hear a children's cries. Let's pop up. Yes, children's cries. No, children itself is plural. So before yeah, it should come N apostrophe S. Children's cries. Please, it is not there after S, it is before S here. Yeah, here. It comes here. Now, my address has 37S and Tim's phone number has 42S. 4 2s, 3 7s, and Tim's phone number has 4 2s. 3 7s. Tim's phone number. Tim's, yes. Apostrophe, yes. Didn't he say when he would arrive at Arnie's house? Didn't, yes, correct. When he would arrive at Arnie's house. Yes, Arnie's house, correct. Now, it's such a beautiful day that I decided to take a sunbath. Couldn't? Couldn't? Where have you gone to couldn't? I mean the 12th one. 12th one. We have missed out the 12th one. It's an I have. Yeah, correct. And she said that what Jack found was hers, but she couldn't identify the manufacturer's name on it. See, hers. No apostrophe here. Couldn't is correct. You need an apostrophe. One more place you need an apostrophe there. She said that the watch Jack found was hers, but she couldn't identify the manufacturer's name on it. One more place in the 13th one, you need an apostrophe. Manufacturers, R apostrophe S. See, she has, Jack has got Jack found a watch, but she couldn't identify the manufacturer's name on it. The watch has been purchased by one manufacturer. It is not being purchased by hundreds, one watch. No. You buy one pair of shoes only from one Bata, no? If you have to buy from another Bata, it will become two pairs of shoes. So here it will be MANUFACTURER apostrophe S. Got it. Good. Good, you got it. Little girl's clothing is on the first floor and the men's department is on the second. Men's, correct. One more you have. Girls. Again, little girl's clothing. Yes, after yes. Super. Super. The dog's bark was far worse than its bite. Yes, correct. After G. The moon's rays shone feebly on the path, and I heard a lone cricket's chirping and whistlings. The moon's rays shone feebly on the path, and I heard a lone cricket's chirpings and whistlings. Crickets is correct. One more is there. One more is there. Where? Moons. Yeah, correct. They're not afraid to go ahead with the plans, though the choice is not theirs. Remember, ours, theirs, his, hers, no apostrophe. So theirs, you're not going to add apostrophe. Then where is the apostrophe going to be added? There, yeah, They, apostrophe re, a is missing. Very good. The man whose face was tanned said that he had spent his 2 weeks vacation in the mountains. There, correct. Yeah. 18th one. The man whose face was tanned said that he had spent his 2 weeks vacation in the mountains. Weeks after this, yes, good. So you've really understood, and I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled, except that, yes, we may not be able to see each other. You may be able to see me, but then, yes, I cannot see you, neither do I demand for it, but then I'm happy. I'm happy at the end of the day. Yes, weeks, correct. So let's move on. I never thought I would reach 5 o'clock so fast. That's the beauty. And the classes have been proceeding so fast that I wonder how fast it is going on. It's amazing. I've actually got, let me go on to this today. Business phrasal verbs. Yes, I had done yesterday. Yes, I have spoken to the academy. Somebody did ask me to share it, and I said, fine, I'll share it with them. They have agreed, so I will definitely compile and share it. And remembering you or reminding you that the worksheet of yesterday's and today's will follow. They are with the answer keys, so you do not have to worry. Now let's go to phrasal verbs. As I had already mentioned to you, it's nothing but a verb with a preposition. We do have many phrasal verbs, but as I've already told you, and just reminding you once again, you might be thinking, oh no, better not. No, this lady keeps us reminding about the exam, which we have for 1.5 hours, put it at the lower part of our brain. No, I'll have to keep you reminding. We're all on our toes so that you do well. So, stuck onto business phrasal verbs. Keep up with, follow. We try to keep up with what's happening about financial news, and that you must be aware of already. Whatever is happening in the financial market, what ups and downs in the Sensex, the Nifty, whatever it may be, you are always on your toes to keep yourself abreast of the latest happenings. So you keep up with, you rather follow it very carefully. Setup is a very common term that you are going to use constantly, whether you speak or in your answers. The groups plan to set up an import business, an export business, set up a textile business, set up an industrial business, whatever it may be. Set up is a very common term in business. Go through. Now, experience something bad. We can't really imagine what a company is going through. Similarly, we can't really imagine what happened during COVID time. We just can't think of how we went through. I can change it into the past tense because it's over, so I can make it went through too. There is nothing wrong. But remember, go through means. Now find out, discover a fact or a piece of information. I'll just go and find out what's going on side. The meeting is not over yet. Let me find out. Call off the meeting, call back, deal with, carry on. All these are literally, I must say, business phrasal verbs. Call off, cancel something. The union leaders called off the strike at the last minute because they were promised. Now you have seen the transport, how they had called off the strike when it was so essential. It really brought everything to a standstill. So call off the strike and call back. To return a call. This is another common phrase for you when you write your letters or when you answer to your letters. I'll put my manager through and ask him to call you back. You may put the pronoun you in between, doesn't matter. Call you back. You return a call when he's not there and you have taken the message for him or her. You deal with, you handle a problem. is good at dealing with problems. The team lead must be an expert to handle with problems, deal with problems. Drop in, make a short visit without making an arrangement in advance. The boss drops in on and off to check what's going on in the academy, what's going on in the institution, what's happening at the site. Fill out, you complete a form. It took me several hours to fill out the application form. No doubt digital revolution has taken place, but let me tell you, very sorry to tell you that these so-called applications which are uploaded on the website do take in a lot of time to fill out. They consume all our time to fill out because we may not be as techno-savvy as you are. So fill out is one thing. Hold on, wait on. Hold on, there's a minute meeting going on. You can't enter inside. Join in. I would also like to participate. So we would be eager to join in for work at that spot. Lay off, yes. Fire or remove the staff. This is another term, but a very sad term because many employees have been laid off during the COVID pandemic. You have seen that, and it becomes such a common term every now and then. Now, put back, delay, or postpone. The meeting has been put back due to unforeseen circumstances. Run out of, have no more of something. Many companies are running out of time. You run out of groceries too, but I cannot use that here. Why? Because I'm specifically sticking on to the fact that you are all students of those business terms. So you will have to use a sentence relating to your business aspect only, and that too with the main exam. Yes, organize or fix. Her financial records are a mess, but we'll sort them out. Take on, okay, we're not taking on any new staff at the moment being COVID protocol. So now let's stop this at this point and start off one more thing that I wanted to. Yes, I wanted to check on the capital letters, which could be an exercise that I plan to do with you people. The spellings is one which requires a little time. Yes. Can you tell me where you could insert in the capitals correctly? The first, second, and the third have been done for you. My classmate is from Sweden. Chris drove to the university yesterday. I study in the library every Tuesday afternoon. Now the fourth one. Any change? If so, tell me yes. If no, tell me no. We saw lions, tigers, and camels at the zoo. Just like the usage of apostrophe, capitals are also used everywhere. No change. Yes, correct. There is no change at all. Maybe Carla will see a movie tonight. Any change in the capitals? Maybe, yes, because maybe star is the beginning of the sentence, and so letter M is capital. Anything else? Carla, yes, C is capital in Carla because it's a proper noun. My family and I live in an apartment building. This is another important thing that you have to take care. The usage of I should always be at the end. My brother and I, my sister and I, my mother and I, my family and I, my parents, brother, sister, and I. Don't say I and my brother, me and my brother and me. No. When you are writing a letter, please pay attention to this construction. It's absolutely essential for you to remember my family and I. And what's the answer? I is always capital. Yes, correct. My family and I live in an apartment building. This is how the sentence is framed. and I comes later, and I will always be in capital. Never use small letter I if you're referring only to I in your answer, especially in your letter of correspondence. Be very cautious of that. Always people write, I and my brother, myself here. No, I'm Mrs. Meenala Satyamurthy. I cannot say myself Meenala Satyamurthy. No, it's absolutely not right. The sentence formation is wrong. In spite of telling people do commit the same error, please remember it's going to be evaluated. So my family and I will be capital. Peru is located in South America. Sorry for taking a little of the time. I deviated a little, but I know with what vision I'm speaking. Yeah. South America, yes, should be capital because America is already capital. Yes. Did you talk to a teacher? Peru is located, yeah, teacher last week. Y is small, correct, yes. Next one. Let's get out a telescope and look at the moon. Any answer, any change here? No change. Yes, exactly. Yeah. I ordered a cheeseburger and soda at the school cafeteria. Any change here? No. Cafeteria can be small, so there's no change. I can speak 3 languages, but I can't speak German. Any change here? German, G capital. Very good. Cambridge University is one of the oldest universities in the world. Any change here? No, all are small. Yes, correct. Thomas really wants to see the new Star Wars movie at the theater. Any change here? Star S capital, Star Wars. W is also capital. Star War movie, no? It was very famous. Now, will you be able to come to the picnic on the weekend? Any change here? No change. Very good. The last but not the least, did you know that Mr. Johnson is a policeman? We always say policeman. Remember, it's a policeman. Mr. M is capital, R and full stop. Yes, that comes down to this exercise, and I'm satisfied that you have done it. Yes. I wanted to do something on spellings. Remember, spellings are an exercise that always give us problem. And so I chose the difficult spellings for you. The one that I chose today is IE and EI. I chose the difference. I wanted that. So before I start off, I would like to use my whiteboard to explain to you. Yes, I wanted to do IE and EI. Now, IE and EI as pronounced as as E in Jeep. Yes? Okay. Now, remember, it is here, I comes before E except when we have C. Now, what does this mean? I will show you. Now, you always have exceptions. There is no doubt about. Now, it always comes before E except after C. Sorry, except, oh, what did I do? Except after C. Yes. Now, here, I'll go to the exception words later. But let me show you when C comes, what happens. A-C-H-I-E, sorry, I-E-V-E. Have you noticed there is a C here, I comes here, and then E comes here. I comes before E, except when there is after C. So C is here, so I comes first, E comes next. Next, you have receive. Similarly, C is there, then E comes, then I. This is one spelling where all of us tend to make a mistake. So remember, the letter C is there. So next to letter C, it is E and not I. I comes before C, E, except in words when there is C. So here you have C, here you have C. That's one thing. Then you have receipt. Have you noticed? Again, C is there. So it is followed by E. Conceive. Have you noticed? C is there, followed by E. Now, the other words also, deceit. Have you noticed? It comes like this. And then receipt, I told you, receive, sealing. Have you noticed? Everywhere C is there, then E is followed, then I. But what did I tell you? I comes before E, except in words where is C. Now let's see where that is. Y-I-E-L-D, yield. I has come before, next E, there is no C here. Then field, F-I-E-L-D, there is no C here. I has come before. G-R-I-E-V-E, there is no C here. I has come before. And then relieve, R-E-L-I-E-V-E, there is no C here. Believe, B-E-L-I-E-V-E, there is no, sorry, there is no C here. Have you seen in all these words, you have I coming first, followed by E. In the first column, you have C coming first. Therefore, it follows with what is known as E, except in achieve. Achieve is one spelling A-C-H-I-E-V-E. Yes, okay. I'll remove that so that you don't get confused. After C only, A-C-H. No, let me remove this. Yes, this is one thing. Now, English always has exceptions. There are exceptions like V-E-I-N. Now, let me name it as. Yes, V-E-I-N. So, I said I will come. There is no. And I've brought in words for you, which you will use in your day-to-day answer. So, only such words I have brought in for you. Now, you will always be using counterfeit. That is notes which are not having any value. Fright. Okay, it is fright. Leisure. Please note these words. You will never make a mistake. And I'll re-explain it again to you. E-I-G-H-T. 8. Height. Heinous crime. Okay. Neighbor. Okay. And then Rain, R-E-I-N. Even you can say R-E-I-G-N. There is a difference. And then T-H-E-I-R. Then you have W-E-I-G-H. And then you also have N-E-I-T-H-E-R, E-I-T-H-E-R. Let me go back and explain to you in detail. I-E, E-I as pronounced as E in Jeep. That is the pronunciation. Receive, received, conceive, deceit, sealing. Can you hear that E sound? Yield, field, grieve, relieve, believe. Okay, that is it. The next thing that I have told you is I comes before E, except after C, except in words after C. Let me write the whole thing so it will be clear to you. Except in words after C. Now take the first one. C is there and therefore you have E, receive. C is there, therefore you have E, receipt. C is there, therefore you have E, conceive. C is there, therefore you have E, deceit. C is there, therefore you have sealing. Now, here look at this words. No C, yield, field, grieve, relieve, believe. Exceptions which you people will use in your answers, in your day-to-day words, I have brought. Vain, counterfeit, lafrate, leisure, aid, height, heinous, neighbor, rain, dare, way, neither, either. This is something that I wanted to introduce because we make this continuous mistake of EI and IE. Remember, I comes before E. Only it doesn't come when there are words after C. And which are those words? Receive, receipt, sealing, conceit, conceive. All these words, you do not have words I coming before. There are words where I comes before, there is no C in them. Yield, field, grieve, relieve, believe. And now exceptions, or English grammar always has exceptions. You remember only these words because these words are the ones related to your exam. You will use counterfeit, you will use freight, you will use eight, you will use height, you will use neighbor, you will use way, there. So remember these words only. That's why I listed out these words only. Now, based on this exercise words, I have an exercise for you to be taken through. I also have IBLE and ABLE, but I don't think I should do that right now. If we finish that exercise, we'll go back to IBLE and ABLE. Have you all followed? A thumbs up would help me to tell you that you have followed. Yes, thank you so much. Yes, the first answer. There are dash candles on the cake. Which is the correct spelling? Of course, it's very obvious in this E-I-G-H-T, but yes, doesn't matter. Answer. I have not received a letter since Saturday. C-E-I-V-E-D. Have you ever been on a sleigh ride? Correct, received. Have you ever been on a sleigh ride? Yes, correct. Her niece is going to come to grief. Yes, G-R-I-E-F. Correct, correct. Then she shrieked in surprise when he dropped the ice cube down her back. Yes, I-E-K-E-D. Drop that silver, you thief. Yes, correct. He's the most conceited man I know. Yes, correct. As he was dying, the chief asked for a priest. Correct. As he was dying, the chief asked for a priest. P-R-I-E-S-T is correct. Chief spelling? Chief spelling? Yes, correct. Leave the mouse, a piece of cheese. Yes. Brevity is the soul of wit. Therefore, be brave. Yes, correct. The freight train woke up the neighbors, sorry. Yes, neighbors. Neighbors. Yes. Remember this neighbors and all, according to the American spelling, they have removed the U, and that is why we feel it is like that. N-E-I-G-H-B-O-U-R-S. You please write U for neighbors, for colors, for behavior. Those are all American spellings, so that is the thing. Similarly, we say O-R-G-A-N-I-S-C, organize. That is also correct. Z is also correct, but British spelling we stick on to S. So both are correct over here. Now, I told you yesterday also, there are certain prepositions, words which have only that preposition with attached to it. Now, today also, I thought I shall give you such words wherein only that preposition will come through. So just briefing out as to what we did today, the vocabulary related to business phrasal verbs we did, usage of articles and exercise we did, apostrophe and exercise we did, capitals and capital exercise we did, and I did tell you about the spelling of IE and EI. I could not do IBLE and ABLE, which I shall do tomorrow. But then I wanted to give you a list of words which take up certain prepositions. So let me share that with you. This will be extremely useful, let me tell you, for your exam. Very, very useful. Absolutely useful. Now, with the preposition with, what are the usual words that come? Argue with, you say. Quarrel with, you say. You say fight with, you say compare with, you say comply with, you say deal with. Remember this. And we never say married with, married to, because married itself is with something. So married to we say. Next, what about to? According to, we have, sorry. According to, accustomed to, we have due to, we have exposed to, we have liable to. Liable is a word which you always use, I'm sure. Used to, this is another word which you use. Owing to, yeah, again in your letters you will say owing. So owing to. Remember, the word prefer always has the preposition only to with it, nothing else. Prefer to, attend to, okay, concur to. Oh, where did I go? Sorry. Yeah. So concur to, which means agree to, refer to. So with, argue with, quarrel with, fight with, compare with, comply with, deal with. According to, accustomed to, due to, exposed to, liable to, used to, owing to, prefer to, attend to, concur to, refer to. So this you should remember because this is going to help a lot while you're writing your answer. And when the preposition is correctly placed, mind you, nobody can mark you wrong. And the answer gives a complete meaning. You see how just in 4 days' time, what little tiny minute things we can add on to make your answer beautiful. That is why quality is important, not quantity. So remember, there's kind of brushing up your knowledge. You were already good. Some of you may be better. Some of you may be the best. But then a little brushing up, just like how you polish your shoes and make it look shining, sparkling. This will sparkle your memory cells and you can do wonderful. So attached with, attached to. I'm attached to an organization. You're not attached with an organization. I'm attached to an organization. Any such words you have, you can distinct to me and I shall answer to you. But whatever I thought I should bring it, so I did bring it to you. That's the thing. So I hope you have followed what has been done today and you shall refresh your memory by, I'm going to send the worksheets today. Both yesterday's and today will come to you and you can work on the worksheets and the answer key is very much there. Any doubts, you're most welcome to clarify. Would appreciate if you have doubts because that gives me a little, an immense sense of confidence. Yes, that I have been clear enough with whatever I have taught. So here's again, Meenala signing off for today's class. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot for your 90 minutes, which are precious as days pass by, to listen, to sit and listen to my teaching. Thanks a lot. Enjoyed the whole time with you. Good evening. Happy evening. Good night too. And yet for another start tomorrow. With this, we shall end today's session. God bless you. Have a great day ahead. Thank you. Thank you so much.